Please show us all how it's done.
All right, go ahead and introduce us all again. I'm Zom. Welcome to the StepManiaX Showcase.
And I'm werdwerdus.
We will be your commentators for today. On the pad, from left to right, we have Zephyr, WDRM, aka Bobby, and chezmix, and they will be your runners for today. So let's go ahead and just get started straight up into our first song, Joanna. 3, 2, 1, start.
All right, so we're starting with what we call wild mode. That's the highest level of play for single player. So we have 2 players playing single player.
So the main point of the game is to step on the arrows as the game presents to you in time with the music. Your light bar is on the side, the left or the right, and you want that to make sure to not hit 0. If you hit 0 on your life bar, then you've died, you failed the song, your score will no longer count up.
So this chart is interesting because they have some different movement patterns that they'll be doing. So right here we have what we call lifts. So at the end of the hold notes like this, sometimes there's a note where they have to lift up their foot.
And here we have what is called crossovers, which is a bit more advanced tech where you have to cross your back foot behind or in front of your body to make sure that you hit the note on the right foot. So a lot of what advanced patterns is you want to make sure to always alternate your feet from left to right. That way you keep on beat, and if you use the same foot multiple times in a row, it's called a double step, and it can throw off your balance and your timing. You generally don't want to do that.
Yeah, it's especially important for Zephyr. She plays without holding the bar, so she plays no bar. So it's very important to make sure that your balance is not being shifted in the wrong direction.
All right, great scores.
Yeah, great score from chezmix there. He almost got a perfect score. The runners have said that they will be donating anytime they get an APC score, $100. So an all perfect count. That'd be if they get 100,000 points. And then $20 for every 6-star score. So that'd be anything above 99,725.
So let's go for those perfect scores. All right, the next song they will be playing is called Music and Police. If you've played an older game that is very similar to this one, Dance Dance Revolution, you may be familiar with this song, because it sounds very similar to a song called Rhythm and Police, which was very popular back in the day.
This chart has some very complicated patterns where there can be a lot of movement. They'll be turning their bodies side to side a lot. Like we said before, those are called crossovers, where they'll be crossing their foot over in front of their body to maintain their left and right stepping.
But in addition to crossovers, they also have more rhythmic complexity in this song. For example, they have lots of gallops, which will be either the green notes or the purple notes, where they have to kind of gallop like a horse back and forth. Especially mixed in with the crossovers that you see here. Since most people will probably be familiar with Dance Dance Revolution, which has 4 arrow buttons, StepManiaX is a little bit different in that it also has the center panel button.
Yeah, sometimes the players, we like to call it the center arrow, even though it's not an arrow, but it's kind of a tongue-in-cheek thing.
But that can add a lot of different patterns in terms of like crossovers and different ways that you'll have to move your body that is unique to this game. Right. Great scores.
So another 6-star score from chezmix.
So the way the scoring system works is everything is out of a total of 100,000 points. If you miss a note or if you don't get perfect timing, then your score will go down based on various timing windows. And if you get 99,725 points or more, then you get 6 stars, which is basically the highest rating you can get besides a perfect score.
Yep. So something the speedrun community might be familiar with is like frame perfect tricks. So something that's kind of similar in this game is the highest timing window, the perfect with the 2 exclamation points. That is 20 milliseconds on either side of the window. So they have to do within early or late by 20 milliseconds to get that highest timing judgment.
So the next song they're doing is BU44. Which also sounds very similar to a song back in the day. This is a new song made specifically for StepManiaX by Naoki, who was a very prolific artist for dance games back in the day.
Yeah, so the song selection in this game, there's a lot of songs that are kind of community favorites from previous games, previous community involvement. There's also a lot of exclusive songs. There's a lot of just songs that are popular. So it's a very, very wide variety of songs in the game. About a little over 350 available in the game currently.
Yeah, this song in particular has a lot of jumps, which is where players have to push 2 buttons with 2 different feet at the same time, which was technique that's very, very simple and was used a lot to make charts difficult way back in the day.
Yeah, it makes it more difficult because it requires extra energy to be exerted. Since you're hitting 2 panels with both feet at the same time, you kind of have to jump up to hit the ball. And that takes more energy, especially for like Zephyr when she's playing without holding the back bar.
Yeah, you can see how potentially physically draining it is to play many no-bar songs in a row, especially if they have lots of jumps. A lot of the high-end tech that you do in the game is specifically designed to help reduce the energy usage so you move as little as possible. Try to conserve energy.
Right.
Excellent score.
WDRM getting another 6-star score. Excellent accuracy there.
If you want to read a donation or two, you can in between these songs.
All right, awesome. And just so the audience is aware, we are working on that No Bar Challenge incentive. We're right about halfway there, and we have to meet it by the end of the run. So keep putting your donations toward that incentive. $25 here from Tribal Science saying, more arrows. Thank you. $15 here from No Bar Train saying, no bar train. Indeed, we're getting that $15 donation train for No Bar in. Awesome. Back to you all. Yeah.
All right, I think once Zephyr takes a swig of her water, then I think we'll be ready to go into the next song. You got to make sure to keep hydrated when you're doing long sessions in StepManiaX. Because especially any Xer gaming will require lots of sweating to produce results. All right, this song is Life Ride, which is a song, I don't think this is in any other dance game.
Yeah, so this has some more complicated rhythm. That's kind of what adds to the difficulty on this one.
Yeah, anytime you see a yellow note, that is a 30-second burst, which is a musical term for basically really, really fast.
So right there, that really long red section, we call it the mine pit. So a mine is basically a panel that you have to avoid. So you have to keep your foot off of that. And we call it a pit because it's an extended.
Yeah, that's a unique thing for this game. It just kind of adds more, particular special tech that will help require the players to move in particular ways. It really depends on what the chartist wants to do. We call that the person who writes the specific charts for the games, where the arrows go.
So as we go along, you'll be able to see WDRM right now. His combo number is like a yellowish gold. That means he has a full combo going, and he has all perfect judgments or higher. So he has the top 2 perfect judgments on all of his steps so far.
Oh man, what
Nice.
great scores from both players. Fantastic. That's Zephyr's gonna swap out now, and Chez is gonna swap in.
So we have Chez back up. We're going to do a couple more wild charts. We're going to be moving into some of the higher end difficulty. So we can see right here, the game actually has a profile system. So Zephyr logged out, and chezmix will be logging back in. He uses the StepManiaX tracker app on his phone to get a pin. And it's really easy to log in, and it saves all of your options and automatically loads them for you.
Yeah, it's a very convenient thing for tracking your scores. Kind of unique to this game. I think we can get in one donation before the song starts.
You bet. I've got a $100 donation here from G-Virus saying, "Hello, G-Virus here. Just want to give some love to the best dance game ever, and I'm so happy to finally see this at SGDQ. Let's step on them arrows and step on that incentive. Oh, and spray away."
Yeah, so the song we're playing now is Beethoven Virus. This is a song that has been featured in numerous dance games. Pump It Up, in particular, there are some very popular YouTube videos showing players doing this song.
It's a very popular video. It's about 15 years old. It's called DDR Level Asian. This is the same exact song. It's a big meme in the dancing game community.
You can see Bobby and Chez doing the spins written in the chart. There's a lot of different ways to do the arrow patterns as they're shown. And if you've practiced enough, then you can do some very advanced, crazy things.
Yeah, so the biggest part of these kind of games is muscle memory, recognizing patterns. So the more you play, the faster, most of the time, the higher level you get, the faster scroll speeds that people read at. So a lot of times they don't do the spins because they're reading so fast they can't recognize the patterns. So they'll do what we call a double step, where they'll hit the notes, 2 notes in a row with the same foot to avoid having to spin or turn like that.
But if you've practiced a song like these guys have, you can hit those spins.
One more here.
Look at that beautiful spin.
Right, and that very last note, we had a triple stomp. So they had to hit 3 arrow panels with 2 feet. So you can do that by reaching down with your hand to hit the 3rd one, but most people just use 1 foot to hit 2 arrows. You kind of just straddle your foot over the 2.
Yeah, especially with the middle panel being so close to the other panels, many charts will be written with what we call brackets or stomps or chords, which is basically just several buttons hit at the same time with a single foot. You'll actually see a lot of that coming up in this song here, Critical Hit, which is a very technically complex chart.
Yeah, one of the most highly technical charts in this game for this mode. So we'll be talking about a lot of different things.
We'll try to get it all in there. One thing that you'll see that you should be looking out for is what we call a foot switch, which is basically where you'll have the same arrow happen twice in a row, but the player will hit them with different alternating feet.
Yeah, so like for instance, if there's 2 up arrows in a row in rapid succession, they'll switch their foot after the first one. Right there, we had some.
Yeah, there was some.
It's a very difficult skill to learn. A lot of the newer cards in the game are starting to utilize a little more of the advanced tech. We also have there what we call brackets, or we also can call them stomps. That's where you hit the jumps with 1 foot, and that's actually intended in some cards.
And we'll have what we call Skittles coming up, which is basically very complex, complicated rhythms in songs.
Yep.
Because
the community decided to call them Skittles because there's so many different colored notes
Yeah, you can see that the
Like bag of Skittles.
most common colors that you'll see are red and blue, because most songs, the rhythms tend to go with the quarter notes and eighth notes, respectively. But a song with more complicated rhythms like this one will have a lot more complicated arrow patterns, and therefore the notes will be colored respectively.
Hey.
All right, so that's the end of the wild section of our showcase.
Yeah, the next section is all just meme songs that are throwbacks and meme songs. You'll see.
Here we got Zephyr on the couch.
All right. I think we can have one donation here before we switch over to the other section.
Yeah, you bet. Jumping in, just wanted to say thank you to the audience. Amazing progress on the incentive. We've raised over $1,000 since the last time I mentioned it. Anyway, that donation, I have $15 here from Tayman, who uses some very suspicious capitalization in the comments. So I think there might be a theme going on here. Tayman says, "Hey, senoritas, tonight I want to send a little love to these 3 pink fuzzy bunnies on behalf of my sister Charlene for their electric black magic dance performance. It might be bad for my health to hop onto this midnight train, but I know all of the party people are going to have fun and party all night while these rad runners just dance under the moonlight. Zephyr, Word, and Chezmix are going to put on a hard, fast disco that sends us all sky high." Okay, I promise this is the last time I make a song reference this summer. Speedy Mix. Thank you.
Yeah, all of those references were various song names in the game. At this point, we have over 350 songs, as I think Word mentioned earlier. So there's a basically endless well of content once you've started playing. Here we're playing one of the other modes in the game called Full Mode.
Full mode, also known as best mode, because you use all the buttons. So full mode is where you're using all 10 buttons. So you have to use both sides of the stages for one person. The charts are written specifically for one person to play. So you'll see Bobby here going back and forth from side to side. And the biggest difference is that you're moving your whole body now. Instead of mostly just your legs and turning at your waist, you're actually moving your entire body from one side to the other.
Yeah, you can see Bobby performing lots of crossovers, which is a lot more common in full mode than it is in wild, just because to get your body from one side of the pad to the other, a lot of times you'll have to cross yourself over just to reach the other panels.
Bobby remarking that this is a brutal chart. Some of those turns are just really, really hard. It's so fast. I think this song is about 190 beats per minute.
That is incredibly fast, and still getting a fantastic score while I did it. So next up, we got Melancholy Vision, which is another song by Naoki, kind of a remix, a reboot of the old Healing Vision songs. And it is a 25, which is one of the harder charts in the game.
This was a song that was made exclusive for this game by the original artist that made that Healing Vision song that Zom just referenced.
You can see that it goes back and forth between different rhythms of triplets, which are these purple notes, and eighth notes, which will be the blue and red notes.
Something that you might have noticed is that he's reading with the notes scrolling a little bit slower than he was when he was playing the single mode with Chez. So, like I said, with full mode, your body's moving a lot more, so you need to be able to plan ahead a little more. So having the notes scroll a little bit slower allows you to see a little bit farther up into the chart and plan your movement a little more.
Yeah, full mode really requires you to move your body and understand the patterns that you're reading. So I said earlier that most patterns in the game can be kind of interpreted in different ways, depending on your player preference of how you want to play the chart. Full mode is not quite that way.
So this chart has some different speeds. So this part right here is actually at a half speed. And a way that the players can see is right there. There's a big yellow bar that's scrolled up. That signifies a speed change in the song. You don't necessarily know what it's going to change to, but there's some good inferences you can make. Usually it's going to double or go half.
And that way players aren't quite so caught off guard when the song tempo changes. Another fantastic score.
Fantastic score. This is like some of the hardest content in the game, is these high-level full mode charts. And Bobby's doing an excellent job.
I have a $180 donation here from Telperion saying, I played a lot of rhythm games in my time, but I gotta rate StepManiaX a 10 out of 10 panels. So thrilled to be watching it on the GDQ stage tonight, and especially looking forward to the community charts.
There, and you might have
Good luck
that
to the runners and the commentators, and a double helping of luck if that max 428 incentive is met.
Right, we had a bit of technical difficulty there.
You might have seen Zephyr turning backwards there. That's intended, and sometimes you have to maintain your left-right stepping pattern. You have to turn your body almost completely backwards. That's really fun to do. A lot of players kind of cheese that. If you're going for the highest score, perfect accuracy, a lot of times you'll be cheesing different patterns.
All right. Coming up next is a song you probably all recognize, Megalovania.
Hooray!
But this one is a bit different. It's a remix.
Yeah, so you'll see a lot more of the mines that we mentioned earlier, where they're like bombs where you have to avoid the panel. So when Sans does his attacks, you'll see some mines coming up on the screen. A really cool thing with this song is that her name is actually in the background animation, and that's all rendered in real time. So based on when you log in with your profile, it will put your name on the background animation on the screen.
Yeah, the devs put in a lot of love into things like things a lot of players wouldn't even necessarily notice most of the time. For example, the stage lights. If you look down at where Zephyr's feet is, you can see a very special light pattern. Every single song in the game has a unique light pattern written specifically for it. And a lot of the songs have custom background videos as well. Like this song in particular, a lot of care was put into making a specific background video, which actually changes depending on which difficulty you're playing on. and various other
And if
things.
you're playing with 1 or 2 players as well. Great. So looks like Chez is going to be up again with some more full mode.
I think we can have a donation in between while
Awesome,
they're
yeah.
picking their song.
I was going to ask, yeah, while we swap, the great one here is from K-Turn for $428. They say it's your boy K-Turn from the StepManiaX dev team donating to make you all suffer through Max 428 in a way that we never seriously attempted. Good luck not using the bar. And yes, I'd like to say again, we already raised $5,000 for a community set showcase. Now we have that stretch goal open. $15,000 will get you the Max 428 without using the bar. We've raised over 9,000. I can't believe I get the chance to say that. Over $9,000 already toward that. So $6,000 to go. We've got just a little bit of time left, chat. Please donate and put it toward that incentive. Thank you.
Go ahead. All right, so Chez is going to start up the next song, which is called Stop and Go. And you will see a lot of that
A lot of
during the
stopping.
song.
Like I mentioned earlier, when the yellow bar scrolls up, that signifies a speed change. When a red bar scrolls up, that signifies a stop. Like right there. So you don't know how long the song is going to stop. You have to use your past experience to kind of guess and make an educated guess on how long it's going to stop.
Yeah, a lot of times it'll be, of course it'll be in sync with this song. But if you haven't heard the song before, it might be a difficult thing to try to sight read. Which sight reading is playing a chart when you've never seen the notes before, which can be a difficult thing to do. But most of advanced level StepManiaX is pattern recognition. So even players who haven't seen a chart before may be able to pass most of them just from having played the game so much time that they can...
This stop in particular is really hard. The music also stops and it kind of goes out of time.
Yeah. So
This part's full of a lot of different stops.
yeah. Chez has definitely played this song before. This is not a sight read. But we do have, because of the donation incentive was met, we will have some sight reads later in the showcase. So get hyped
As
for
you
that.
very well on that second long pause there. You can hear one of the guys screams during that stop.
Oh man, look at this run.
Still got a perfect full combo going.
Now, long streams of 16th notes we typically call streams or runs.
Excellent execution on this by Chez.
Yeah, this song had a mix of a lot of different, stops, halts and streams, which is very difficult to do even at the top level. So, what a great performance from Chez. I think we can get in a donation before the next song.
You bet. I'll keep it short here of MX96,000 with a $5 donation saying, ZephyrGlaze, looking good, my little pog champ. Thank you for that.
All right, so the next song coming up is a song called Energizer, which is a very, very fast chart. This goes 333 beats per minute, right?
I believe it's 303.
303?
Yes.
It's something really, really
beats
fast.
per minute. So you'll be seeing just the red and blue notes for the majority.
Yeah.
So this is a throwback to another game. So this originally came out in a game called In the Groove 2. So this is basically a re-release of the song with kind of modernized steps.
Yeah, the one of the creators of In the Groove, Kyle Ward, is actually the head of Step Revolution, which is the company that produces this game. So the really cool thing about StepManiaX is that if you've played a lot of rhythm games in the past, there's a good chance that there will be songs that you recognize from those old games.
So something we should mention, the artist of this song is Zigzag, and nobody really knows who Zigzag is unless you are part of Zigzag or you're really closely friends with the developers. You might know, you might think you know, but you probably don't know.
That slowdown was very complex rhythms. You could see all the different colored notes there, the skittles as we call them. Here we have an 8th note run all the way across the pads.
So this song requires a lot of energy expenditure. It's just kind of nonstop. There's not really anywhere in the song that gives you any chance to rest or conserve your energy. The difficulty rating of this was very contentious when it came out, for good reason.
And still, Chez got a fantastic score on it.
Chez doing great on that. Just so
5
good.
stars.
Barely looks like he's winded.
All right. So I think now we're moving on to team mode.
Team mode, yes.
Team mode is a very unique difficulty mode in StepManiaX in that it requires 2 players to play.
So the way team mode works is that it's one chart. They share judgments, they share score, and they share combo. But both sides, both people have a different set of arrows that they're watching. So the arrows will be different colors. So one set of colors will be for one player, and one set of colors will be for the other player. And if either player misses a note, that breaks the combo for both of them, since they share everything.
And in case it wasn't clear, they'll be using both pads. So they'll be crossing past each other, moving back around. There's all kinds of different ways that they transition. It'll be crazy.
So they'll be going around in front of each other, behind each other. Sometimes they'll have to step off and walk around behind the bar. That
You can see it already.
So you could see there with the mines there, they were used as indicators that you have to get off and go around.
Yeah. Team mode has some very unique things in it that no other game mode in pretty much any rhythm game I've ever seen has.
Yeah, so a big thing with team mode is you gotta be comfortable with your partner. You gotta be okay bumping into each other, grinding up a little bit. And you have to just trust that the other player is going to do their part correctly. And if you do your part correctly, you're not going to have a problem. The hard part is doing everything correct.
So yeah, you can see that sometimes the players will have the same rhythm that they have to do with just like different notes. Sometimes they will have the same rhythm but mirrored, so they each press different notes but at the same time. And sometimes they have just completely different rhythms where they each have to do a different section of the song, like a different instrument that they're representing with their steps.
A lot of people that play team mode actually play with the bar, so they won't hold the back bar at all. It's really advantageous because you're going in front of each other, behind each other a lot.
Still getting a great score, even with some misses.
On the leaderboard.
Guess who's back? DAC in the house 2021. Are you ready? Are you ready? If you can.
They'll let us know when we're back. Yeah, don't touch those wires.
It's not the wires. We have to do the last song?
No, I think we can start from Pick It Man. Sorry about that. Some technical difficulties.
Must be stepping too hard.
All right, so the next song that they're doing will be Kick It Man, which is kind of a remix of a song
Kind of a throwback.
to Kick the Can. Once again, based on the classic song The Can Can.
So the singer in this song is Daz. He's kind of a standard in the dancing game community for some of the classic songs from previous games.
So this is a different kind of transition where the players just have to step off the pad, but then they get back on their own side.
You can see here where Bobby's holding some notes and Zephyr's doing some other notes behind him. And then now Zephyr's holding. Bobby's going across in between her legs a little bit there.
Yeah, once again, team mode is all about trusting your partner and hitting the notes and hoping that they aren't in the way when you do so. There's some very unique transitions in this song.
You can see there with the mines, it's shaped like an arrow kind of to show you to go off to the side. And that signifies get off to the side, but don't go around. Stay where you are. So the authors that write these team mode charts, they are really cognizant of positioning of each player's body. And they're really good about telling them kind of how to do it with little indicators here and there.
What a spin at the end. 7 perfects. Wow.
Wow.
That is an incredible
It's
score.
barely missing the 6-star score with those 2 misses.
Beautiful.
They were holding the gold combo for a really long time there, though. That's very impressive for team mode, because both players have to be accurate together.
Yeah, as we were saying, team mode, you're almost always going to at least get some misses, just because the way that your feet may just barely be on, touching a panel that your teammate has to press on. It's a very complicated game mode, and even the most coordinated teams can miss notes sometimes. All right, coming up is Cyber Kyoto, which is another song written for this game, right?
Yes. The song is an exclusive for StepManiaX. The artist Revenge there is a pseudonym for an artist named Naoki. Very, very popular in the game Dance Dance Revolution. There's several songs in this game that were written exclusively by Naoki for this game as well.
Yeah, he's a very prolific artist for most games.
So this chart's showing a lot of where the 2 players are having different rhythms. So they kind of complement each other as they both do their rhythm. They kind of complements the song together instead of both just doing the same rhythm.
Yeah, you have to move your body in team mode in various ways that you never had to move your body before.
Yeah, so one thing is to be really good at team mode, a lot of times you want to start playing full mode and just getting used to transitioning from one side to the other and how to read the arrows and the different patterns, and it helps a lot with team mode.
Yeah, especially you have to learn to play full mode no bar, which can be very difficult because full mode, by its nature, you have to move your body around a lot. So if you're not used to playing no bar, you really need that bar to help ground yourself and make sure you don't fall over.
The runners here doing an excellent job trying to stay out of each other's way. A lot of practice going into team mode charts.
Beautiful, great score. Yeah, I think we can get in a donation before the next song.
Sure, yeah, well, they set up for next. I've got $25 here from DJ Darkwing and Mocha Jones. Hey, Zephyr, Darkwing and Mocha here. So cool to see you dancing a fool at GDQ. By the way, can I, Darkwing, still crash on your couch if I come through the area? Donation to keep the dancing coming. And thank you to them for putting the donation toward our incentive. We're doing fantastic work on that out there. Just remember, when you donate, for it to count toward the Max 428 No Bar, you'll have to click the Add Incentives button on the donation form and find the StepManiaX incentive. Put your money toward that to make us reach our goal. Commentary, as I throw it back to you, just wanted to ask, so we're at about
We're
39
getting,
minutes on the run
pretty
timer
deep
here
into our
right now.
set
How
here.
much time left do you think
I'd
our
say they
audience
probably
has
have another
to make this no bar challenge
20
happen?
minutes, 20, 25 minutes. So make sure to get those donations in.
Yeah, so this chart's showing a lot of back and forth by each of the players. This song is very, very fast. A lot of energy going into this. These fuzzy bunnies, they're hopping around, having a little fun.
Yeah, the base speed of this song is very, very fast. I think it goes 210 beats per minute.
Zephyr is known for adding a lot of different fun things in her plays. Does a lot of spins, a lot of different movements that aren't necessarily required, but add to the fun factor.
Yeah, this song is very unique because of the various speeds that it goes, the slowdowns, the speed ups that it has.
We have chezmix holding the bar here. So he knows that there's no more transitions coming up, so he can hold on to the ball. And we have an 8-arrow stomp that both players have to hit 4 arrows at the same time each at the end there.
Yeah, you have to use your feet to cross over 2 panels. Each foot has to press 2 panels, and both players have to do it.
Brief update, we're
lots of
over
very unique
$10,000 toward that incentive.
Think we can have
Less
a
than
donation
5,000
here.
to go. Oh, yeah, sure. Pardon me. We've got $20 here from Sophie saying, we need more StepManiaX, more steps. And $50 here from Kadrarki saying, rhythm games have always been great showcases at GDQ. Let's see more.
Yeah, here we got Chez and Bobby setting up for their team set. I think we can get in another donation or so.
All right. On the $15 donation train is Meaty Guy, another rhythm game showcase. Let's go. Can't wait to see all the arrows get stomped once again at a GDQ.
So the first song that they will be playing is EMEA, is Europe, Middle East, Africa, Asia,
Europe, Middle East, and Africa.
which is another song by Naoki.
Yep, made specifically for this game. It's another
Once again.
StepManiaX exclusive. Keep an eye on that background video, though. We got a fully custom background video. You might see some shenanigans going on with Anubis there.
As we said before, the developers put a lot of care into the background and animations, the stage lights, basically a lot of Easter eggs and everything to do with this game. You can tell that the whole game is made with a lot of love put into it.
Yeah, we've been told that there's Easter eggs that have been in the game for years that still haven't been found.
Yeah, right now in this chart, Bobby and Chez are doing completely different rhythms.
We've got some stretch holds there from Bobby, holding as far to the left and as far to the right as possible at the same time.
This song is very, very fast, a very technically complex chart. So we talked about Skittles and the different note colors in previous songs.
Got some spin action.
Oh, look at these spins.
A lot of practice going into this.
Yeah, so the thing about
over
team mode,
1,000 combo for the first time in the run.
incredible. The thing about team mode is that you don't get the rhythm colors for your arrows. So players have to kind of intuit based on the how the song goes, the rhythm of the song, when they're supposed to step on the various arrows.
Yeah, so you can see behind the arrows, there's the beat bars that are scrolling up, and you can kind of infer a lot of information about the beats based on the spacing of them.
Wow, full combo on that song.
Full combos are hard to come by in team mode.
Very hard.
A lot of practice for those.
And on 25, no less. The difficulty rating for Basically, every song in the game goes up to 27, 28.
Yes, so 27 on single player mode, and we have 28
on team and on
full mode.
So the 25 is definitely on the very, very high end. But here, they will play a 26.
All right. In my opinion, this is the most impressive song that they'll be playing in the whole showcase.
This song...
Definitely keep an eye on the very end what Bobby is going to be doing.
This song has some tech that is you've probably never seen. You've never seen in the showcase. You've probably never seen in any dance game ever before. So just get prepared for some special stuff. And this is actually the last song in the regular showcase. So once we hit the stage cleared message, that will be time for this song, or for this part of the run.
Keep an eye on what Bobby and Chez are both going to be doing at different times. Some crazy things are going to be happening.
Yeah, this song has a lot of very interesting rhythms in it that you don't hear in very many songs. And in addition to that, it's got hands.
We got Chez going down there holding his hand. So this chart also has some interesting tech like foot switches like we talked about before. It's got a lot of crossovers, a lot of transitions between the two players going from side to side. Right there, they were both on the same side at the same time.
It's got rolls, which we haven't talked about, but basically you have to push the same button multiple times. It looks kind of like a hold note, but you just push the button a bunch of times, indicated by the number on the roll.
We also got some stops to deal with.
Some halts while they're crossing the pads. Oh my gosh, look at that.
Yes, they did it. A lot of practice for that. Did a great job.
And so nothing says that you have to push the panels with your feet. Sometimes you gotta get all the way down to push those buttons with your hands if you want that full combo.
Right, very end here, I think, is my favorite thing in any chart ever.
Hi!
My goodness, and they did it. Time. And their new high score for them. Possibly world record. So yeah, that was team mode. That's really fun to do if you have another person that you can play with, obviously.
So find your teammate, find a StepManiaX machine, and play some team mode. All right, so now we will be moving on to the edit showcase. Zephyr is going to... So a very interesting thing about this game was a feature that was just introduced about a month ago, I'd say.
Yeah, this month. This feature came out this month.
In that you can create your own charts for the game and play them on official arcade hardware.
Yeah, so the way that works is that you download the free StepManiaX app, which allows you to, like I said before, create your own profile for logging into the game. It allows you to keep track of the leaderboards and the world rankings for all the different songs and play styles. But this new feature allows you to create custom user-generated steps for every song in the game. But basically, you load up the app, you choose the song you want, and it gives you a full access to the editor to allow you to play steps wherever the heck you want. You can do some crazy shenanigans. You can try to just make a fun chart. A lot of different people are doing a lot of different things, and this is something that hasn't been really widely accessible in the dance game for quite a while.
Yeah, so here we're going to see Zephyr and Chez play a custom user-generated chart for the seventh element, which you might recognize as that meme song from about a decade ago.
That meme song from the 2010s. So a lot of the user-generated charts that have been coming out in the last couple weeks feature a lot of different tech that's not necessarily as widely used in the official chart in the game. So this gives players an opportunity to basically make a harder chart for a song if they think the game is too easy, or if there's a only really hard charts for a song. It allows them to make their own easier charts. And it's really easy to share them with each other. There's a browser that you can browse other charts that people have made.
Or if you've just got a favorite song in the game that you just really want to play some more and play different steps that you've never seen before, you can write a chart for it.
We've actually seen some people put in some charts that they've had made for years, but they're just waiting for a specific song to enter the game. Once that song was put into the game, now they can put their chart in, share with the whole world.
Yeah, you can see all of the different tech, like those 24th rolls, which we haven't seen before.
Yeah, we call those either drills or towers. You're kind of just drilling back on the same two notes, like back and forth really fast.
Yeah, so the official charts of the game are a great place to start. If you're just getting started with the game, there's hundreds of songs and several charts for every song, so it's hard to run out of content there. But if you somehow do, you can always make more.
Yeah, so one thing to know about the edit charts is they are not curated at all. So anything goes. So one thing that you can do is in the app, you can see how many players have liked the song. You can see how many players have played the edit chart, and you can see what the pass rate is. So based on how many people have played it and how many people have passed it, you can kind of gauge like what you're getting into, and you can see the tags that the chart author added to the chart. So if there's certain techniques or certain gimmicks or certain things, they can add tags for those.
So they're about to play Into My Dream, which is actually a chart that I wrote. It's based on a trance mania, which is basically in the groove community. People have been playing those charts for years. There's a big community pack that has trance songs with a lot of stream. And so I wrote this chart to kind of emulate that style of chart.
Yeah, this is actually one of my favorite charts currently. You're going to see a lot of notes, so it's very high density. It kind of tests your stamina, because there's not a whole lot of breaks in the song. There's a lot of notes coming up. But one thing to note is when Zom was making this, he really paid attention to which beat you're actually using to start each pattern.
Yeah, a lot of the advanced techniques, especially at like the higher level of play, when you're doing streams, you have to be able to read the notes very quickly. And one thing that can help you figure that out is that all of the red and blue notes will be with one of your feet, and all of the green notes will be with the other foot. So you'll see that I try to pretty evenly distribute the foot dominance in the various streams that they perform during this chart.
Yeah, so one way that Zom did that is when the pattern kind of breaks, they'll start the next pattern on the other foot. Because if you just have one long stream of notes, there's really no opportunity to change which foot is on the beat and which foot is on the off beat.
Brief update for
combo going into the end here.
The no bar incentive for you all. We have less than $4,000 left to go on that. Thank you so much helping out with that. Donations like this one from Daniel, $15, saying, trying to catch the train. Thank you for the donation train toward that incentive. $5 here from Zyrilla, saying, no bar donation train, much love from the StepMania ITG community.
Yep, we just have a few charts left, so get those donations in if you want to see Max 428 no bar. I think we can get in one more donation before they start playing this chart.
You bet. Here, $25 here from DJ Pandaga, saying, shout out from the San Antonio rhythm game community. Absolutely love seeing SMX showcased, and even more so teams, and for a good cause. Less than three. Yeah, another fan of the Teams mode there. Thank you so much. A reminder, when you're donating, make sure to click the Add Incentive button and put your dollars toward the StepManiaX incentive for Max 428 No Bar or will not count. Thank you so much for helping out with that. Back to you.
So this song is Katana Fighter.
So this edit chart was made by a very prominent chart author in the custom song community. Been very, very active in the community for many, many years. Mandodo, so shout out to the Mandodo. A lot of techniques in this chart. So you'll see there where there's a down arrow and a center arrow at the same time. Definitely meant to be played with just one foot.
Yeah, those are those brackets or stomps that we were talking about earlier. And you'll also see a lot of foot switches, which tend to be indicated by those mines.
Yeah, you'll see the players kind of skipping across from the left to the right.
Yeah, so as we said, edit charts can be made by anyone. And so this chart was made by a chart author who is officially part of the game. He's part of the team. He makes a lot of charts for the game. But the person who charted this song was one of the other chart authors. So Mandodo just wanted to showcase what his interpretation of this chart would be if he were to chart this song officially for the game. All right, fantastic. Oh, what
Fantastic
great scores.
Yep.
Very, very hard chart to do with no bar. Zephyr doing a great job keeping her life bar up and not failing.
I have some fantastic news for you all. We will be playing Max 428 No Bar now. We have met the goal for that challenge. Thank you, everyone. Yes.
Excellent.
Congratulations
Oh,
and thank you to all of our donors for helping out.
oh, that is going to be hype. All right, we just got a couple more edit charts to play. And then we will be rolling into that Max 428 challenge.
You guys gotta do gargoyle.
Gargoyle now?
Whatever.
Oh, yeah. Like,
Oh, the sight read.
Not the sight read, but you mean a vanilla?
The baseline.
just practically make the base.
Oh, his sight read. Yeah, we still gotta do that at the end. Not 428 for
We're still figuring out the exact order we want to do these edit charts in. Oh, being an arcade game, StepManiaX, streaming StepManiaX can be a complicated process, as I'm sure you've seen earlier in the showcase. Yeah, it can be a bit of a handful. But luckily, StepManiaX is one of the games that is designed for home use. The Step Revolution, the company who makes the game, has specifically stated that home use is one of their goals for the game.
Yeah, so Zom and I both have our own machines at home. We both owned them for several years. We both got in pretty early.
Zephyr has one at home.
Zephyr has one as well. We were supposed to be streaming from Zephyr's actual house, but internet did not allow that to happen.
Was not cooperating. But yeah, so
Yeah, the Step Revolution is very good. They'll sell it to you if you want it. There's really no hurdles except for being able to afford it.
all right. So the edit chart they're playing now is Utopia, which is this song was in the game in the group, as we talked about before.
So this chart is infamous. I'll say that. There's some very weird things going to be going on in this edit. So this edit is basically kind of a callback to the original chart from In the Groove. And you'll see some weird kind of wacky things going on with the rhythms. It's the right arrow notes right here. This is kind of an in-joke with the community about the right arrow. The original charter from years and years ago. We're not really sure what's going on there.
What he was thinking when he made that, but
No one really knows except
I mean,
himself.
if you wanted to make an edit chart that exclusively consisted of one note, you would be perfectly well within your right to do that if you wanted.
Yeah, we actually have an edit available that's all center panel notes.
I think we have a version of that for Max 28, Max 428. Oh, that's not the version we'll be playing today, but if you wanted to just hit one button really fast, that's the chart for you.
Right, so the runners here not necessarily practicing these edit charts as much as the official charts that we played earlier. Both doing still a great job.
Oh, fantastic.
Little spur of the moment spin at the end there for good luck.
Speaking of not practicing charts, we actually have, since Bobby, WDRM, is actually one of the official charters for the game. He's well versed in writing charts for StepManiaX. He actually wrote a chart specifically for Chez to sight read. Chez will have never seen this chart ever before. He will be completely, going off of pattern recognition. He has not memorized any of these notes.
Yeah. So this will be a full mode chart. So Chez will be using all 10 buttons. He'll be using all 10 buttons. He's never seen this chart before, ever. He knows the song, but he has never seen this chart. So Bobby actually finished writing this chart earlier today. He's been working on it the past week or so. He's put the finishing touches on it today. So Chez will be doing his best. He has no idea what's coming in.
So good luck to him.
Yep, good luck, Chez.
And he wrote it as a 25. That's one of the higher level charts.
Yeah.
All right, Chez, whenever you're ready.
Chez is notorious for reading very, very fast. His scroll speed is very high.
He might want a little bit lower scroll speed for this song because
he's going down a little.
Especially on full mode, you have to know what's coming so you can get your body across the panel when you need it.
Good job.
Well, Chez doesn't know what's coming up, but he probably has a pretty good idea that there's going to be a lot of different things going on.
A lot of different tech that be watching out for those crossovers that we've talked about.
So a really cool thing about the edit functionality in StepManiaX is that you don't have to publish a chart to share it with somebody for them to play it, and they can play and give you feedback, and you can change it up a little bit before you actually publish it. And so that's what's happening right now.
Because catching on pretty quickly that those are foot switches.
Yeah, little shenanigans going on during that stop.
Oh my god, with those stomps. There's some very complicated tech in this song, but Chez is sight reading it basically flawlessly. Look at that combo.
Oh, we did them all the second time, perfectly. That's so cool. I love seeing really weird stuff like that.
So Bobby did not publish this chart until just now. So even if Chez wanted to sneak a peek at this song, he wouldn't be able to.
Getting a little tripped up with those crossovers.
Fantastic scale. On that crazy sight read.
Crazy sight read. That is so cool to see.
Can I go the full over?
Yeah.
Do I have the full or are they?
All right, let's get one donation in before we go into our Max 428 No Bar Showcase.
You bet. There are so many good ones, but there are so many appropriate ones. Jason LaRose sending in $256 said, third donation, let's raise the bar and take away the bar. Thank you, Jason. And thank you to everyone for raising $15,247 for charity just to see this.
All right, so Zephyr is going to...
Let me explain this. Yeah. So this was my donation incentive because nobody's ever done this on stream. Someone has done it off stream before. I was going to train for it, but this other guy did it. So I said, I don't need to train. This incentive's not going to be a GDQ, but I didn't
we
train
hit the
for it,
donation.
but we hit the
incentive.
incentive, so we got to do it. So I'm going to do it, and then Chez is going to try to do it, and Bobby's going to try to do it. So by gosh, they're actually both better no bar players than me. I'm actually the worst no bar player here. I just play it because it's the most fun way to play for me, and I never learned to play on bars. So they're actually going to show me up. So I'm going first.
So good luck to all of our
Good
players.
luck to Zephyr. So this is the, I think, the hardest chart in the entire game.
By far.
That's an
the
official
hardest
chart. There's some
For me.
edit charts that are purposely meant to be unpassable, but as far as official charts, this will be the hardest chart that you can find in the whole game. And so one of the big things with this chart is that it has many, many different speeds. So finding a proper scroll speed to be able to read everything is really, really difficult.
Yeah, there are a lot of tempo changes throughout this song. It starts relatively slow and then it just keeps building up. Zephyr wants to quit as soon as she fails. Sure.
Now we're stepping with intensity.
We'll save the full craziness for Bobby and Chez.
There's not many people in the world currently that can even pass this holy level.
You can see it starts off already with absolutely insane rhythms and crazy bursts.
So we're starting at 200 beats per minute right now.
Which, if you look at the stage lights, you can actually see the BPM written on the stage lights.
Yeah, in person you can see it. It'll say like 200, 100.
Just another
she's
little
doing-
Easter egg.
It's doing so good. So with full mode, the life bar is a little bit more lenient, but even then, it is really, really hard to pass this.
This is just an insane chart.
So
It just keeps going.
a lot of the strategy is just knowing what to do to not fail.
Zephyr made it past the first slowdown now. So
Yeah, that's usually farther than I can usually play in this.
You can just wiggle until the first slowdown.
Yeah, so he's just wiggling a little bit.
whichever one of you want to hop up,
All right, Bobby, WDRM, going
let's
to give
get
it a
in
try.
one donation incentive while Bobby mentally prepares himself.
Of course. Real quick, just so you know, if you're looking for something else to donate to, we can change Katana Zero the next run from all stages normal to hard mode. Only a couple grand away from that one. And $150 here from Anonymous, who helped us see this showcase right now, saying bars are overrated. Thank you, Anonymous.
Yep. It is very, very difficult to pass this song on full or even on wild, even with the bar. So the fact that these players are attempting it no bar is just insane.
Yeah, especially on wild, the life bar is very, very strict. If you miss only a couple notes in a row, you're going to fail almost immediately.
You can see even during the bursts and the streams, there can be things like crossovers or foot switches and other tech just thrown in the middle, just to be mean. This song is basically the first boss song that was introduced to the game StepManiaX, and
Definitely.
it is still held up even several years later after it was introduced.
It's considered somewhat of a meme in the community. Most players don't take it too seriously, but we like to have fun with it.
It is worth a lot of points on the leaderboard.
Absolutely.
So if you want a lot of leaderboard points,
So the way
you
the
gotta get good at this song.
the way the leaderboard goes, for each number the difficulty increases, the leaderboard actually calculates by the square of the difficulty number.
So the higher the difficulty, the exponentially more points that you can get for playing the song and passing it. You can see Bobby running out of energy.
We didn't even make it to the very, very end yet, past this part.
That was a great attempt.
You can see there the 428 BPM section. Nearly impossible to do, especially no bar.
Life depleted. Yeah, this song is
Depleted.
absolutely insane. But Chez is going to give it the old college try, and this will be the last song of our showcase.
Select options.
So I hope that everyone has enjoyed StepManiaX so far. I hope you'll enjoy this last song, and good luck to Chez.
Let's go, Chez. Show your love in the audience. Show your love in Twitch chat, everyone.
So
We need his energy.
Chez,
Give us that spirit bomb.
Not even sure what speed mod to use because it's such a crazy chart.
All right, Chez.
Chat, we need some energy. Give Chez your energy. Right, you got through one of the hardest parts. The beginning.
Those transitions are just killer from one side of the pad to the other.
Yeah, for me, the hardest part of this is just moving your legs fast. It's so hard to move them fast enough.
You can see how incredibly complicated this song is.
He was definitely trying his best.
Even some of the best players in the world can't pass it on their best day. But
So that is StepManiaX. Give it a try. It's at several locations nationwide, worldwide, arcades,
I think
fitness centers.
if it isn't already, it will be one of the most prolific dance games in the entire world. It's in just about every country. So find one local near you and try to pass Max 428. That's it for us. And back to you, GDQ.
All right, keep it going out there, audience, one more time for that StepManiaX showcase with chezmix, Word, and ZephyrGlaze. Thank you so much for that. During the run, we received one donation there in the amount of $4,000. Came in near the end. I think they helped meet that incentive for the Max 428 No Bar. It was from 26 kilograms of raw bacon. Thank you for that. And SGDQ will continue momentarily with more great runs after we take a quick break because we all need a rest. Where'd my bar go? And thank you for keeping it tuned right here at SGDQ 2023, benefiting Doctors Without Borders. I have for you one of my many host alerts. We're invoking the emergency host broadcast system here to let you know that we have an incentive for our very next run to change Katana Zero, upgrade it to hard mode. Right now, we'll only be seeing all stages normal, but if you raise $5,000 before the beginning of that run, we will get hard mode. We're about halfway there right now, but we're using the host broadcasting system here to let you know it is your very last chance to get donations in toward that. When you're donating, click the add incentive button, find the Katana 01, put your money toward that. We can easily make it, chat. Just put $5 is our minimum donation amount. If a few people out there throw in $5 a piece, pretty soon we'll have hard mode. And just had to let you know the time is ticking down on that, though. Meanwhile, people who have already donated showed their generosity, mainly for that StepManiaX showcase and the No Bar challenge that we saw, which was fantastic. We had the only Mazer saying, I should be sleeping right now, but forget it. SGDQ is way too much fun right now. They donated $1,000. A paranoid survivor with a donation of $5.73 saying, my mandatory rhythm game donation. Stay cool. Some other people talking about that rhythm game showcase. We got $5 from Backside of Water. I love the showcases at GDQ. I'm exhausted just watching. And now we'll have a brief word from some of the companies helping make SGDQ possible. Back to sponsor another GDQ event. It's Fangamer. Fangamer is a video game merchandise company based in Tucson, Arizona, shipping worldwide. 100% of the profit from sales of GDQ merch through SGDQ 2023 benefits MSF. Visit fangamer.com/GDQ to see the full lineup. The $25 donation from Sunkeeper here saying, so many good incentives on the line right now. Here's to the upgrade of Katana Zero to hard mode. Thank you for that. Yes, and in the past few moments, we have raised hundreds of dollars toward that hard mode upgrade. Keep it coming, everyone. We can meet that incentive. I have faith. Just get your donations in right now since we are short on time for that. I have $25 here from Pony Law saying, Prolix, you're the best. Oh, thank you so much. Much appreciated. And you are all awesome as well. And it's always fantastic to be here hosting for everyone. I have a $5.50 donation here from Mythos343 saying, I like seeing this showcase. I'd like it more with no bar. Time to make it harder. Glad you got to see that showcase and we made the no bar for you. A $100 donation here from Trixie saying, stomped my first arrows at a movie theater in 2002. Met a guy at a tournament in 2009. 20 years later, we're married with 2 kids and still play. Love to see this community still thriving and innovating. The bar isn't cheating anymore, is it? No, I don't think it's cheating. I think no bar was just a challenge. Don't worry. And Andrew, I apologize to you that we did not have time to ask this question. However, I have a feeling you already know the answer. It's a $57.30 donation from Andrew saying, I hear that chezmix loves Rock Band. Can you please ask him if he loves Rock Band? I'm guessing there's a very definite answer on that. I don't know whether it's yes or no, but all right. Then I have a $25 donation here from Pyrezyme saying, my fiance introduced me to GDQ 2 years ago, and the rhythm games are consistently some of our favorites to watch. So excited for the No Bar Challenge. Good luck to the runner. GDQ hype! And here is a $100 donation from Miklachik. Once again, getting into some of the track name jokes. They say, yo, shout out to Word, chezmix, and Zephyr for showcasing this awesome dance game tonight. Hope the showcase is rad and you guys are ready to fly your feet around to the other side of the dance pad. I can't get enough of this game in my personal reality, even though everything is changing in this world. I still have fun and get a dopamine rush when I bust it out in this game. When I fall silently as to sleep at night, I am dreaming about flying high on the leaderboards. To the viewers, only you have a chance to save my world by donating to Doctors Without Borders this summer. Games Done Quick. Time is ticking, but I expect by the time the sun goes down on the last day of SGDQ 2023, we can make the donation total go sky high. Shoutouts to our commentator, Dante, the rest of the How We winners, the developers of this game, and the SMX community as a whole. Also, passing max 428 with no bar would be some black magic. That'll definitely get your blood rushing. I'll see myself out. Thank you, Miklachik. That was quite the adventure. I have a $5 donation here from Seiji saying, you guys are doing amazing. Let's go. Thank you, Seiji. $20 here from Pongo Pan saying, longtime viewers, first-time attendees. My husband and I have been watching since 2013, and this is our first time able to attend. I just had to get in for that adorable Kirby Amigurumi. Yeah, thank you so much. And the prizes that you're eligible for are a great reason to donate. Much like you, I think I was watching since about 2013. That's great. I did get to attend a little bit earlier, but yeah, welcome to the show. Hope you're having a great time here. Speaking of the prizes, I'll run down some that might be available to you right now. We've got a Cult of the Lamb of vinyl and a plushie for a $15 minimum donation. And don't forget a Gunbrella enamel pin for a mere $5 donation. And while you're donating, don't forget to put your money toward the hard mode upgrade for Katana Zero. We have raised over $500 more toward that since the last time I mentioned it. However, we do still need to get about $1,700 in to make that happen, and it has to happen before Katana Zero starts. We are setting that run up as I speak to you right now. So there's precious little time left to make that happen. Please go to gamesdonequick.com/donate and get your money in toward that incentive right now. I have a $25 donation here from Blaster Mac. Loving the energy from the crowd and all the amazing runs so far. Here's to an amazing week of speed runs. Hype! Yeah, thank you, Blaster Mac. And $25 here from Juliana Dragoneer. When I'm not at work or sleeping, I'm leaving the SGDQ stream running as I play Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Also, donating to a good cause since I work in healthcare as well. Loving all the care and support that this donation drive raises. Go GDQ! Yeah, thank you, Juliana. I bet you're not the only one out there playing Tears of the Kingdom right now. Am I right? If you're playing Zelda Tears of the Kingdom as I speak, how about you throw in a $5 donation, let me know, and put it toward Katana Zero. That's the deal. I'm sorry, that's your penalty for enjoying TOTK right now. Okay, you have to. It's not a law, but it's probably like an ordinance in some municipality somewhere. You owe us. Please donate. Thank you. $25 here from Andrew saying the host desk calls for aid and we will answer. Oh, thank you so much. You have my microphone. $250 from Kenner saying hard mode, hard mode, hard mode. We are going to make this happen, everyone. Thank you so much for donating toward the Katana Zero incentive. $10 here from My Hero Zero saying from 1-0 to another. Fantastic. Thanks so much. All right. Well, while you all keep donating to that incentive, it is my responsibility to send you once more over to the interview desk for an interview with our upcoming Hearthstone runners. Take it away. Thank you.